So today I want to tell y'all one thing that life is currently teaching me. Not everybody sees your vision. Not everybody sees the bigger picture the way you do. See, I've always dreamed of building something solid. Something that's not only makes money, but it creates opportunities, it builds legacies, and it gives people something to believe in, right? So every day, my brain, it just collects new ideas. And I always had that mindset since I was a kid. See, growing up, I didn't always get what I wanted. So I learned early. If you want something, you got to go and get it, right? So as a kid, I used to be selling those Debbie snacks. Back then it was cheap. I used to sell those from my apartments, and then it led to me sneaking into school. And then I used to sell chocolate candy, chips. Got my first job after my junior year, but I continued to sell candy. Then I switched it up to fixing people computers. When I was in college, and then I switched that to selling electronics like AirPods, robot vacuum cleaners. All type of stuff. Bounce house. Podcasts. Other ways to make money, right? But here's the thing. See, I used to think bringing people in would make things easy, like splitting the word, sharing the wins, right? But sometimes it's like the complete opposite. Like you start realizing real quick, like who's in it for the grind or who's just in it for the money, but they don't understand the business of it. Like it's just not about sales. You got to plan it, invest it, and then you got to check all the inventories, and then you got to do the boring part, which is like the bookkeeping part, right? See, and like what I've learned from this is like a vision without alignment, it can lead to frustration, right? And it's like you end up carrying so much weight than what you should while you try your best to not burn those bridges with people. But at the same time, it just become very exhausting. So I'm gonna leave y'all with this. What is something that life is currently teaching you right now? Let me know in the comments.